49ers. Not only is Trent Williams possibly likely retire, but now the 49ers are still in the possibility that they could trade away their arguably the second best receiver on the team, Brandon Aiyuk, this offseason.
Let's talk football.
Alrighty, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the All Around Sports Podcast for sports, everything on this channel. I'm your host, Antonio. Today, we are going over the San Francisco 49ers. After recent news came out that the 49ers are still looking at trading away Brandon Aiyuk to another team, as they're still looking at trade offers for Brandon Aiyuk. But after already trading away arguably the best receiver on their team that only had a down year because Aiyuk and Christian McCaffrey were both hurt, in Deebo Samuel, now they're possibly looking to trade away another receiver, Brandon Aiyuk. But the question is, would it be a mistake for the 49ers to trade Brandon Aiyuk away from San Francisco? Now, I'm going to touch on this more in just a second. Before we get started, though, if you guys do enjoy this video, please sure to do me a favor and smash like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. For now, let's talk about the 49ers. 49ers. I'm telling you all this right now. If San Francisco trades away Brandon Aiyuk, you can punch their ticket to Cancun. Because they already did. They already punched their ticket to Cancun with all those releases. That they made, losing 6 key defensive players, 17 players total to free agency and release. They've already punched their ticket, but this would seal the coffin. This would put the nail in the coffin for them to go to Cancun. Because I know they got an easy schedule. I get that. But when I look at the schedule, I'm looking at some of the teams. Panthers may not be a team you might not want to face because remember, Carolina, they went toe to toe with some of the better teams in the NFL last year, including the 2 Super Bowl teams in the Eagles and the Chiefs that they barely won against, that they almost won against. I'm looking at the Tennessee Titans. They could be something with Cam Ward. I'm looking at the Bears. They could possibly be a good team next year. I'm looking at the Texans. They're obviously the best team in that division. Giants could be a sneaky team. Bucks, we know they're obviously the top threat of the division. Saints might be something. I'm not still certain on that. Falcons, they could still be good. Their defense is already looking really good, especially getting Leonard Floyd now from the Niners. But when I look at the Niners, if they trade away Aiyuk, who are you going to have to throw the ball to? The 2 only notable guys that we know for sure are going to still be there that are going to be ball hawks are going to be George Kittle and Jawan Jennings. Christian McCaffrey, we'll have to wait and see what happens when he comes back from that injury. Demarcus Robinson, I need to see him for a season with San Francisco, especially with Brock Purdy. And Ricky Pearsall, I need to see him in a 17-game season in order for me to still believe in this man, because I still believe that man was a bust. But when I look at the Niners, with the possibility of Trent Williams possibly going into retirement,
What?
I do believe they could go wide offensive line in the first round. But if you trade Brandon Aiyuk, I think if that happens, the 49ers will have no other choice but to go wide receiver in the first round. Because let me explain why. Aiyuk is a key role in their offense. Every Niner fan has said it, so I'm going to say it to you, to them. Brandon Aiyuk only had a down year last year because of his injuries. Same thing with Deebo. He was diminished because of Aiyuk and Chris McCaffrey being out. And I believe you should have personally gotten a second or third round pick for Jordan Mason when you traded him. When I look at the Niners, they have gotten so many things wrong this offseason. So many. You pay Luke Farrell, who is a nobody, to an overpaid contract, to a three-year, $30 million. I mean, like, what? You paid $10 million for a man that you don't even know of? Luke Farrell, a tight end? Because the last time I checked, you got George Kittle there. I don't think he needs another tight end to go alongside him. Last time I checked, the 49ers lost half their defensive guys and brought in Robert Saleh, who is a good coordinator. No question about that. He is a good defensive coordinator. But who do you have to replace those 6 key guys you lost? Tarvarius Ward, he's now going to be replaced by Andrew or Renardo Green, who was really good last year, but I still need to see some more from him. Talia Funga is now going to be replaced by Malik Mustafa, who is a good piece, but got bulldozed over by Patrick Mahomes.
That was impressive.
I remember that. I'm looking at Dre Greenlaw. I don't see a replacement for him. Leonard Floyd, no replacement already there. Javon Hargrave, Malik Collins, no other people to go in and replace him there. The 49ers need to nail this draft. And if Brandon Aiyuk gets traded from the Niners to another team, let's just say, for example, um, let me give an example. What if we said he got traded to Carolina? Let's take that for an example. Carolina is, of course, a team that they face in the season next year, which I believe, if I'm correct, they have to face at least 3 of their former guys, if I'm correct, because one of them is with Atlanta, and that's Leonard Floyd, and then the other is Malik Collins, who is with the Cleveland Browns. You got at least 2 of your former guys to face inside of your schedule. But when I look at the Niners, we all know they're not going to contend for a Super Bowl anytime soon. We all know that. They don't know how to coach. They have a coach in Kyle Shanahan. Whenever it comes to the big games, coach is scared. And Brandon Aiyuk, if you trade away this man, I think if Trent Williams retires and also Brandon Aiyuk gets traded, I believe that the wide receiver position will become more important than the offensive line. Because the 49ers have struggled with offensive line for years. It's been what's costing them games. And I looked at someone that was talking about this. It was Chase Sr. of the 49er chat report. He said this, and I agree with him. The offensive line has cost the 49ers championships. They have. Both of it has been solely on the 49ers offensive line, and then also on top of that, their defense. That's what I look at when I look at the 49ers. They can never get out of their own dang gum way because their offensive line is horrid. They just can't fix the offensive line. And in the 49ers organization is so comfortable with the offensive line that's already set in place. I'm telling you this right now. That offensive line does not look good to me. Only guy on there that I know for sure is going to be a key player is Trent Williams. And we don't know if he's going to retire or not. We just don't know yet. We don't know because we haven't gotten word. If Trent Williams gets retired, if he goes into retirement, and Aiyuk gets traded, there is going to be a big conversation on who they're going to pick in the first round. Because remember, the draft is only 9 days away. It's only 9 days away, and if Trent Williams retires and Aiyuk gets traded, there is going to be a lot more holes to fill than just offensive line and defense. There's going to also be a need for wide receiver. And I'm looking at this wide receiver class of this upcoming season. There's only 7 that I can see that are very good. And Boca is one of them. Ted McMillan is one of them also. You also got Trey Harris, Jaden Higgins, Luther Burton III. You got Matthew Golden, and then also Xavier Shepo. Outside of that, there's nobody else that is good. I mean, Jack Beck is good, but he's not that great. But when I look at the 49ers, they better not trade away Aiyuk because they're already locked to miss the playoffs. This would put the nail in the coffin to miss the playoffs because 49ers, they may have an easy schedule, but you're not going to win that much games on an easy schedule if you don't have a roster to support you. Because Brandon Aiyuk is a key factor in that offense. So is Brock Purdy, who's probably going to get overpaid $55 million. and then they'll have to fix themselves in the draft and probably miss the playoffs and go to Cancun for a second straight year. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think it would be a mistake for the 49ers to trade away Brandon Aiyuk? Let me know in the comments what you guys think down below. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please consider me a favor and smash that button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. But until next time, I'll catch you all in the next one. Ciao for now.